So, so everybody's talking about whether URL's homecoming was filled with gas. That's what everybody's talking about. Was it the gas station or was it warranted? If you ask me, honestly, when Barnum Mook was rapping, the crowd and the people behind him were gassing him. Don't get me wrong, Murder Mook had bars and he pandered to the crowd and he knew what to say. Like when he mentioned about Biggie and everything like that, how he started off his first round. So, cool. But even on like basic stuff that Mook was saying, they were just gassing Mook. Here's the thing. We know Mook can rap, but we not gonna sit here and act like everything Mook said was the hottest shit ever. We're not gonna do that. Yes, we know Mook is the GOAT. GOAT. But the reality of it was Mook back home in New York at Irving Plaza battling. That's more so what it was. And the fans weren't going to let Mook lose at home. Truth of the matter. Unless Mook got up there and really stunk it up or he choked, Mook was not going to lose last night against Geechee Gotti. There was no way possible. Geechee Gotti was going to come from LA and come to New York City, Irving Plaza, and beat the GOAT, Murder Mook. We know this. Another thing was Serius Jones being behind Mook when he was battling. Like, he was just OD overjoyed. That's the best way I can put it, the best way I can word it. But, like, he was just just too much. He needed to relax. We can tell Serius Jones was happy to see Mook back battling, back in New York, Irving Plaza, the history that goes with that. But at the same time, it was kind of distracting. We're trying to watch Mook battle. So, people were focusing on you doing your theatrics and everything behind Mook, that we weren't focusing on Mook and him battling. So, Serius Jones, don't get me wrong, I love that you were behind Mook supporting him. You know, y'all are all from you, him, Rex, y'all are all from the same era. So, I expected you to be standing behind him. But I thought you would have been a little bit more chill, more calmer, kind of how T-Rex was as far as standing behind Mook. Like, Rex says something like every once in a while and not too often. Like, Rex really wasn't, like, reacting. Mook definitely studied how battle rap is now compared to the last time we saw Mook battle, which is what Tay-Rock and then the 2-on-2 he did with Calico versus Twork and T-Top. Clearly, you can see the difference in like what he's learned. He didn't talk through Geechee's rounds. He didn't over rap. Mook rapped and paced himself very well. That he didn't stumble. That he really didn't have to run nothing back. Like, Mook knew how to rap what he was gonna say, give the fans enough time to catch it react, and then go into what else he's going to go into. Like, my prediction was right. I said that Murder Mook was going to win. Now, my prediction was 2-1. But I have Mook winning 3-0. 3-0. Just off of watching that live last night, just like everybody else did on Caffeine. We all know watching it online for Caffeine versus being in the building in New York and Everett Plaza is two different experiences. We all know that. So somebody who was in the building might have caught something or, saw it totally different than how I'm viewing it at home through a screen. Perfectly fine. Mook gave the fans what they wanted. We knew Mook was going to come rap, had 3 solid rounds. I just said that I didn't want to see Mook over rap. That was the thing for me. And I thought that was a mistake that Mook made with when he battled Averb. That round when it was like 23 minutes, like, Mook, we know you can rap. You don't gotta rap for like that long to get your point across. But it was impressive because you was able to go through it, no stumbles, no fumbles, no nothing. But Murder Mook's always been able to rap. I just said that how battle rap is now, he would have to do the adjustments. And clearly he did the adjustments. That is like he knew when to rap, when to pause, and give the fans time to react to the bars. So you can clearly tell Mook's been studying how battle rap is now compared to how battle rap was when he was mainly rapping. But we gave Mook a chance to adapt to how battle rap is now. It's over. It's over. It was never a question of whether Murder Mook could rap. The question is always been, would he make the necessary adjustments that he would be good now as far as battle rap? That was the thing. And based off his performance last night, Murder Mook made the necessary adjustments. I look forward to seeing who Murder Mook battles next. I'm still looking forward to Murder Mook versus Easy the Block Captain, because at one point that was supposed to happen, but for whatever reasons that didn't happen. That's a battle I still want to see as far as Murder Mook. Sue Surf versus Murder Mook would have been the other battle, but saying that Surf is locked up now, that's gonna be on the back burner. Free Surf. That was another thing. It was dope that on the phone you had Surf and Casanova, and they were able to watch Murder Mook versus Geechee Gotti. That was dope. That's what made the battle dope to me. So Geechee learned a valuable lesson last night that New York and Irving Plaza has so much history that anybody who wasn't from New York was really going to have to fight to get reaction and for the crowd to fuck with you last night. That's just what it was. Like, Geechee's definitely a warrior for fighting through and not giving up. But it did seem like in the third round, Geechee would clearly look defeated. Because I think he even said in the third round when Murder Mook was rapping that, yeah, you got it. And Mook was like, yeah, I know I got it. Like, Geechee talks his gangbanging stuff, and it didn't work with someone like Mook, that went in there and rapped, and angles, you know, the angles, Geechee hiding behind the tree, um, stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, Geechee has some stuff. Him mentioning about Mook recording his call with Drake, that definitely was something. But I still think, even with Geechee talking about that, he stayed on it too long in the second round. Which, like, cool. Give us 4 to 8 bars, maybe 12 about that, and then move on to something else. Geechee fought through. I think a lot of people would have caved in that situation. They definitely would have caved in that situation. Also, Jazz the Rapper versus Vixen. It was a point before Vixen rapped, I want to say her second round, that it was like a dude came on stage and like they was looking at the people on stage and something happened. And it seemed like whatever that was kind of threw Vixen off going into her second round to start rapping. Yes, Jazz was at home. They couldn't wait for Jazz to get on that stage and rap. And Jazz coming into battling Vixen was the underdog, unfortunately, as far as the polls. But it, like, the fans weren't gonna let Jazz lose at home either. Let's be realistic. They were not gonna let Jazz the Rapper lose to Vixen in New York. It wasn't gonna happen. The only way that would have happened is if Jazz would have choked. But here's the thing about their battle. Vixen had bars, just her momentum and pace was off, and then that seemed to kind of like, it went downhill from there. Like, once her momentum and pace was off, you could tell like she was trying to like get it back, but it was too late. I think she had a solid, her rounds were solid, but the way Jazz was just like on her nonstop, boom, 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 on like everything Jazz was saying, it was just like, Vixen's third was dope. Don't get me wrong, I like Vixen's third round, but I thought it was kind of late though what she was saying in her third round, and I kind of feel like what Jazz said is true. If for Vixen, if Jazz was your end game battle, like she said, she would have thought you would have went a little bit harder. So, I just think after like the when Jazz started going her second round, it was like Vixen kind of knew that, yeah, I'm in trouble. It's kind of over, but yeah, I'm gonna fight through it. And like, she's a warrior for that, because a lot of people would have caved. A lot of people would have caved in that situation. Because I said the same thing for Swamp and Arsenal. A lot of people saying, well, Swamp didn't get no reaction from the crowd. If you follow Swamp and you follow his battles, when has a crowd really reacted? Like, really reacted or anything to Swamp and his rapping? A lot of, like, people like Swamp's accent. We gonna keep it 1,000. But Swamp can rap, and he's been doing his numbers from UM5 all the way to Tay Rock to now Arsenal. Like, I would say Swamp and Shotgun Sugar like 1 and 2 for Champion of the Year. 1 and 2 for Champion of the Year. Like Swamp got up there. I have him beating Arse 2-1. But let's be for real. That battle was not that great of a battle. I've seen better from both Swamp and Arsenal. Even Swamp said it himself, you know. But Swamp has battled a lot leading up to this. And I said this myself, and Swamp confirmed this earlier on Caps Angry Fans Live, that he only took Arsenal because this battle was going to be in New York in Urban Plaza. He wanted the experience. Now I said that myself because other than that, I don't see Swamp winning the battle Arsenal. Granted, Arsenal's a great he's a great battler. You know, he's a legend. He's done a lot in battle rap, but I didn't see Ars as somebody that Swamp would want to potentially battle. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be the experience. Like, and I kind of feel the same way for as Arsenal. Arsenal only picked Swamp because he's been doing his numbers. And he wanted to be on the card. So if you don't get somebody who's hot and doing their numbers, who else are you going to battle? You weren't going to be on the card. So you got Swamp. Like, Arsenal's first round was okay. Second round was cool. Like, his third round, for me, trying to, like, teach Swamp what he should do, hit a mess. It really, like, a lot of what Arsenal was doing didn't pertain to Swamp. He was just up there really just rapping. And that's the thing I noticed too. Like, he did more so rapping, no jokes, no disrespect. He didn't go that route with Swamp because it's like, I'm like, you switch up your style for Swamp. And even Swamp pointed that out also on Caps Angry Fans Live. So, I'm like, I don't know how that's going to go.